Highway Home, that was the first track that we recorded with Evanson producing.
Yeah.
And it was written from, there's this song that we jammed that never actually turned into a song.
It's turned into lots of other songs, but
Yeah.
we've never used the riff.
Yeah, we've used this song to write like 2 or 3 other songs.
Yeah.
And had this chorus, the Highway Home chorus, and it was just so strong that it became something on its own really, and we went in the studio and it got sort of rearranged a little bit, and I think one of the first times we played it was at Download, and it got such a strong response, and that was like the biggest gig. That's still probably the biggest gig we've done, and like people putting their hands up and clapping before I'd even said put your hands up and clap. So we knew that there was something really great about that song, and it seemed like a great way to open the album as well.
You got dirt under your nails, pull it through the bushes.
Animals was one of the that was one of the 4 that we wrote before going into the studio, about 2 or 3 weeks before, and it had a good strong feel, and but once we got into the studio, it was one of the last we recorded in there.
Yeah.
And we just started playing it as it was, went back into the control room and listened to it, and Evanson was just sort of saying, no, you need, of course you should try this really bizarre riff, and what he started, it just made no sense, and we were like looking at each other like, this is pretty weird. Is this
It was
work?
one of those situations of trying to get to grips with an idea, but then it just went off in a different direction, sitting there for a while, and something eventually just locked, and we were all like, that's it.
Under Watchful Eye, again, one of the later tracks that we wrote going into the into it. And,
this one's actually it's quite interesting how we came up with this track. It's one of the cooler ones.
Yeah.
So it's something the chorus riff is something that Antonio came up with, and we'd just been jamming it in like sound checks for gigs and stuff, and we've been playing it for ages, and sort of thought that we might turn it into a song. We'd done we'd like jammed a bunch of other stuff and had some stuff recorded, and just picked out this what became the verse riff from some stuff that we just came up with on the spot in a rehearsal or something like that, and the 2 ended up just fitting perfectly together.
Again, with like Under Watchful Eye, Fed to the Lions again is one where it's kind of, you hit everybody's own influence in that song, and it started as a bit of a jam, and there was something about the riff, and then I don't know, again it became one of those standout songs in the set, and we worked with Chris Goss, who produced Queens of the Stone Age and stuff like that a couple of years before, and he really helped us arrange it and get the most out of that song.
He did help us massively with that,
which was a great experience. So when it came, it's just stuck with us. I think when it came to do the album, we knew it had to be on there, and I think Fed to the Line sums up what's happening to us at the moment as well. We're putting it out there for the first time, we're giving it to everybody, and we'll see what happens, and yeah.